US President Joe Biden has hailed the Democrats' performance in the midterm elections, calling it a good day for democracy. But he's also acknowledged that Americans are frustrated with the political divide. Biden says he's willing to work with the Republicans, as his party could still lose control of both the House and the Senate. Mike Hanna has more from Washington.
It was in Pennsylvania that the predicted red wave was revealed to be little more than a trickle. In a crucial Senate race, John Fetterman overcame both a stroke and stiff competition from the Trump-backed celebrity Dr. Mehmet Oz, giving the Democratic Party a fighting chance of keeping control of the Senate. And President Joe Biden has welcomed the preliminary results.
While the press and the pundits are predicting a giant red wave, it didn't happen. And I know you were somewhat miffed by my obsessive optimism, but I felt good during the whole process. I thought we were going to do fine.
In the 1994 midterms, President Bill Clinton lost 52 House seats. In 2010, Barack Obama lost 63. This year, the loss could be in the region of 20, making Joe Biden one of the most successful first-term presidents in recent history. The major Republican Party victory came in Florida, which has now emerged as a fully Republican stronghold, and where, in a strong showing, Governor Ron DeSantis easily held on to his position, confirming his status as the most likely challenger to any possible re-election bid by the state's most prominent resident, former President Donald Trump.
It'll be fun watching them take on each other.
President Biden also took note of a noticeable change in voter demographics. Voter registration figures and the results themselves indicate a huge increase in the number of voters between the ages of 18 and 30, stirred, it would appear, by the desire to combat climate change and an anger at attempts to stop a woman's right to choose.
Thank you very, very much.
It also reflects, said the president, a future generation's impatience and anger at the political rancor of the past. Mike Hanna, Aljazeera, Washington.
Navin Nayak is president of the Center for American Progress Action Fund. He says Democrats had an impressive performance because many Americans don't trust Republicans' Make America Great Again ideology.
People might not be happy with everything that's going on, but they feel good about the effort the president is making and some of the successes. And just as importantly, this election is really a repudiation of Republicans. That, there was a choice in this election, and when Americans were presented with the alternative, they said, we're not interested. In the very simple sense, midterms are almost always a referendum on the president. And I think what President Biden and Democrats in Congress did right is they put MAGA Republicans on the ballot this year. And so that this midterm election, it became a choice. And once MAGA Republicans were on the ballot, people were turning out in really record numbers. We saw historic turnout for a midterm election in the United States. That doesn't usually happen. And the reason it happened is a lot of Americans are very scared about what MAGA Republicans would do if they're in power, whether it's on abortion, whether it's the attack to democracy, whether it's privatizing our Social Security and Medicare. And that was really a motivating factor. We saw people who don't usually show up in a midterm actually come out, and it changed the outcome of the election.
Well, let's take a look at the latest figures. This is the House of Representatives. Here, the Republican Party is in the lead, but by a smaller margin than was forecast. They need 218 seats to take control. The Senate is still a toss-up. Democrats have 48 seats, the Republicans have 49, and need to pick up just 2 more to win the majority. All eyes, therefore, are still on the battleground states of Arizona and Nevada. Georgia will be holding a runoff in December.